All right, heading into our local Goodwill to see what we can find to flip for a profit. And then I have my big kid with me today because she wanted to go shopping for some things. So we're going to see what we can find. All right, let's start over in the men's shoes. Oh, high top Hey Dudes. I don't know if I've never seen those. Interesting. We have to look those up. That's interesting. Mock Alu. I don't think I've seen those before either. We got some boots. Let's see, Dan Post. Let's see. Let's see. How much are you? $14.99. That might be worth it. We'll look into those. I haven't had a ton of luck selling Dan Post, but maybe. Let's see. Take a look. Let's see. Excuse me. Ma'am. Oh, we're just living our best lives. What's those? All right, we're gonna go look up some stuff. Right. So, picked up those Berkeys and the Dan Post and the men's shoes. So I'm gonna look those up in a minute. The kid is already telling me that she's done, which is ridiculous. We've been in here like less than 10 seconds, and she's like, I'm already done. She's so funny. Reebok. Let's see. You know, that's all right. It's the risk you take when you bring teenagers anywhere. Sam Edelman. Bijou. Lots of Toms these days. You can definitely tell what's in style and what's going out of style based off of what's in the thrift store sometimes. At least what's in like larger quantities at the thrift store. I always tell folks, you don't have to wait too long. It'll probably be in the thrift store. Bionics. No. $14.99. I think that's probably a little pricey for a pair of Bionics, but they look almost brand new, so we will look into those. Let's take a look over here. Don't see any boots. Let's check out the sandals. Let's see. Nuh-uh. Not sure that's $11.99. Those legit Docs. They look legit. I'm gonna look those up. Those are pretty cool. The crazy high heel ones. Okay. Let's see. Those are pretty cool. Adidas Dragon. They're $24.99. But is there a reason why those are marked up so much? Probably. Some Crocs here for $9.99. If they were cheaper, I would probably snag those. I'll look them up though. Sometimes the leather does well, and I'm gonna look those up too. Maybe there's a reason why they have them marked up so high. Let's see. Found a couple pairs of shoes I'm going to look up. What? Today may end up being a shoe day. I haven't had a shoe day in a long time. So, all right, let's look up some shoes. All right, I put the Dan Posts back, the Bionics back, the Crocs back, and the Adidas back. I ended up keeping the Doc Martens and the Birks. I may end up keeping the Birks for myself, but the Doc Martens I will sell. Whoops. Let's see. My daughter is looking at the jackets real quick. What did you find? That's pretty sweet.
It's not my size.
Will that fit you now? It would fit you though.
But it would be a little bit small.
Yeah. How much is it?
$7.
Is that like Garrett or Peyton size?
I mean, I guess Garrett could wear it. But it's
be a little too big for him. I mean, you can try it on and see if it'll fit you. I think it will, but it may not be the same fit that you like. Because I know you like your stuff a little oversized. Should we get them an ocean? Oh, that's cute. Puzzle. Baby Goo Goo. Lots of yarn and stuff. So if you're a crafter, you should definitely come. What's this? So apparently my mic died at this point during the video and I didn't even notice. So this is a Honeywell thermostat. It was priced at $4.99. When I looked it up, it had very low comps and a number of them listed. So I went ahead and put that back. On this aisle, this is the electronics aisle. I absolutely adore the vintage crock pots. However, I haven't had a ton of luck selling them and I know a lot of them are fire hazards, so I left that there. Lots of other interesting things to look at. I didn't actually open what was in this Bosch. I probably should have, but it was labeled for $50 and I'm like, I don't know if I want to deal with something that size anyway, but look at this beauty. I called my daughter over because she had the cart and this thing actually worked. It came home with us and my daughter has found an app on her iPad and she's been playing it nonstop for days. So yes, it came home with us and yes, it found a good home and it's been fun. Lots of tools that I don't know what the heck they are. There was a reseller in there earlier and he had put a few things in his basket, so I assume he had looked those up since the cases were open. Looking at the coffee makers, bread makers, and all that stuff, there is money to be made here if you don't mind dealing with storing such large items and shipping the electronics. So I just recommend you do your research on these. It's just not my thing right now. And so I passed on them. That Sur La Table oven up there, I've never actually looked it up, but I'm sure it's probably of some type of value. So after this, I started looking at these little bags right here. That was an Igloo. I was wondering if it was a 31 brand. Be on the lookout for the 31 brands. That company went out of business, and so sometimes you can find some good ones there. At this point, I was looking for my kid, asking where she was, and she had disappeared. So she put the keyboard in the cart and left me there. So I've had a little bit of luck on this back bag wall. This is kind of new. Oh, I guess this isn't when my kid left me. This is on the back bag wall. There are some cute bags back here, and occasionally you can find some things that have some good value. I probably should have looked up that Jumpman backpack, but it was a little bit crowded over here on this particular day, despite it being pretty early on a Sunday morning. Yep, looking at the Jumpman bag, I just did not even look it up. I've had some luck selling backpacks, but I've also been trying to make sure that I'm picking up things that are going to sell for a good profit and not stay in my inventory for a while. So this particular decision was based off of that. All right. Yes, she abandoned the cart. So yeah, that's when she left me. Which is totally cool. She was there shopping for clothes for herself, and we did end up finding some things for her, which was really nice. I think next up I hit one of the hard goods aisles. I do like to go down the hard goods and coffee cups. This really cute covered crystal candy dish, but I have not had good luck selling those, so I decided to leave it. But then I did pick up this Mexico bowl for $2.99. I did not look up comps in the store, but it should sell for about $20. Lots of cute little trinkies here today.
I thought that this jar was super fun, but I did not look it up. Maybe I should have. It had definitely had an MCM vibe to it, but I usually like to sell the canisters in at least pairs, and that one was a solo friend. I do like to look at the coffee mugs. I have had some luck with some Starbucks You Are Here mugs that I've found at this particular thrift store. Today, they did have some that were interesting, but they were like $3.99 or $4.99, and there's just not enough room left on them at that price. I picked this little beauty up. She was only 99 cents. It's not going to sell for a whole lot, but it's little, easy to ship, easy to list, and so I picked that up. Should be just bread and butter, though. I really liked these melamine batter bowls, but then when I turned it around, Goodwill, I think, wanted $19.99 for them. I'm like, no, thank you. Maybe I should have looked them up. Tell me if I made a mistake. But $19.99 for some bowls at the Goodwill was just a little too much for me. I have looked at this Keurig pot before. It seems like they relabeled it to $7.99 with the new sticker for the week, which was a little bit odd because it's been there for over a month. I have noticed that this Goodwill does that sometimes. They will pull older items back to the back and they will relabel them with the new color tag, which is a little bit weird to me, but what do I know, guys? All right, these were absolutely adorable. They were the brand Libby. There were a bunch of plates and definitely some dishes elsewhere. These little beauties are Williams-Sonoma pasta bowls. And if you know anything about dishes, it's the odd ones that usually you can sell for replacements that people didn't buy when they were buying their original dish set because it just wasn't the thing they were going to use all the time. So pasta bowls for me definitely fit into that category. Those were $1.99 a piece, and so I picked them all up, and they should sell from anywhere between $15 and $20 each. Like I said, those Libby brand plates and stings were awful cute, but I just left them there that particular day. Let's keep rolling. I'm sure my voiceover is absolutely torturous at this point, and I apologize for torturing you accordingly. I don't think I ended up picking up anything off of this particular aisle. Lots of cute little trinkies and knickknacks for Christmas and the holidays, but just nothing worth reselling. Look at all those Hallmark ornaments. They're cute, but they're all marked at $3.99. If they were 99 cents, I probably would have looked some of them up. Got a Fitz and Floyd down there. Garage Sale had it on sale for $3. Goodwill had it for the bargain price of $6.99. I think these are the Santas around the world. Cute little shelf center and just a whole bunch of other stuff. I did pick up these salt and pepper shakers. I thought they were super cute. I think they were only 99 cents each, but I did end up putting them back because I believe that they were only worth maybe like $8 or something like that, and that's just not worth the effort for me. And my kid reappeared. That's an adorable, adorable wooden horse sculpture, but he was just too pricey. I think he was $3.99. All right, going down the wood aisle. I don't think I find anything on this particular aisle today. However, look at that. Herbology from Harry Potter. Shout out. Ravenclaw's rule. This is a cute little snowman dish. He would have been half price, but it's just seemed like it was mass produced, so I went ahead and left it there. A couple other little cuties on this aisle, but I did not end up picking anything up. I think at this point she takes the cart and is going to start to look at pants again. Those are those flameless candles. I could not find a brand on them. I know Luminara does really well, but because those were unbranded, I chose to leave them there. And I think they were also marked at $1.99 each, which is a little bit pricey. You don't know Party Light. I think I mentioned this in the last video. You see a Party Light box back there. I had seen it the week before. But if you find Party Light, you can sell it for decent money. Especially if you find the old candles, new and unburned. They tend to sell pretty well, especially if there's unique unique scents. I've had some good luck selling that, and some of the votive and candle holders have done really well. I did look at this ink, but most of it expired in 2013, so I ended up leaving it there. If you have ink that's expired, in the last year or two, you can pick that up, but generally it needs to be more recent than that. This was Gorge. She was also $14.99, so she stayed right there. And it's time to go visit my child. All right, straight into the haul. I have a mixed bag of a lot of different things because some of this was for my kiddo that was with me. So I spent $162.23. I will flash up on the screen in a minute how much we actually spent for resale versus personal, but let's go ahead and get into it. All right, first things first is a pair of pants. This is for my kiddo. It's a pair of green, like cargo carpenter style pants. They were $6.99, so that's for her. She also got, you may have seen this in the video, I'm not sure. This was a Star Wars sweatshirt, size large. She did try it on. It was $6.99 as well. She also got a pair of jeans. Those were $6.99. Yep, Wranglers. Honestly, she is not a brand specific kid, so I do appreciate that about her, that she basically just gets what she likes. Here's another pair of Wranglers. This is a pair of shorts for $5.99. And just to be clear, she's not a big girl. She just really likes oversized men's clothes. And once again, I'm going to let her do her. So that's why we have what we have in here. That was for her. And then I got her a couple of pair of swim shorts. She likes to put these over her swimsuits in the summer. Got this pair of, these are actually J. Crew. She liked the fish. And then I also got, excuse me while I try not to break something, this pair of black Hurley shorts to wear over her swimsuit as well. I don't think, and then she also got this Star Wars t-shirt because, it's May the 4th and why not? And then I think both of those swim trunks were $5.99, but they were the 50% off color. This is for her Build-A-Bears. They like to get the baby clothes at the thrift store for the Build-A-Bear, although this is probably just as much as was $4.99. I didn't look, but that's fine. All right, let's get into, oh, I forgot. She also got a belt. This is a new one. It's a Levi's belt for $12.99. And then I think there's a couple other things for her and the family in here as well. One of the other things that we picked up was this piano. You probably saw it in the video. My family likes to goof around. We have a set of like small electric drums already. And so they like to goof around with that. The other thing I picked up for her was this little portable sewing machine. I may keep it down here with my stuff, but we need one of these to do some stitching and cleaning up on some of our clothes. I did pick up a couple of pairs of shoes. The first thing that I paid $12 for is this pair of Doc Marten boots. They are heels. They're older. The only issue they have is they have somewhere on the toe of both of them. I'm gonna use some Wonder Balm on it, see what it does, but I looked these up. They look to sell anywhere between like 80 and 120, depending on the size and the condition. So I'm hoping to get somewhere around that. This is amazing. I was so excited when I found those. And the other pair of shoes that I may actually end up keeping for myself because they don't even look like they've been worn is this pair of Birkies. They were $9.99. They had just been put out a couple days ago, it looks like. Or they'd just been tagged a couple days. They are Birkies. They're not the Birkenstock brand, but they're still a good quality, same type material. Size 9, women's 40. So I may end up keeping those. I may not. We'll see how much they resell for. And if they resell for a lot, I'll probably sell them because that's just how I am. And then as we were going through the toys, my daughter started finding sharks. And I guess we found somebody's shark collection. So we got this Wild Republic hammerhead shark. He was $1.99. And then we got this little, oh, this is a SeaWorld. What? It's not a vintage one, but it is SeaWorld. SeaWorld little great white shark for 99 cents. And then this is vintage Disney World. It still has the original park tags on it. This is from Disney's Living Seas at Epcot. This one was $3.99. I'm gonna look him up and see how much he's worth, but I just thought he was so cute and she picked him up, and I love Disney vintage. And the fact that he still had his tags, I was like, we'll grab him and see what he's worth. If he's not worth a whole lot, I'll give him to my kids. But she got 2 sharks for herself as well. I picked up some clothes when I wasn't filming, and honestly, I don't go through the clothes very often. And the main reason is because I never find anything. Like, there's been so many times that I've been through this particular Goodwill store and I have not found a single stitch of clothing after looking through all the dresses, all the men's clothes, etc. So I usually don't go through them. But because I was there going through clothes with her to find stuff for her, I found a few things that I thought were worth selling. So the first thing I picked up was this Bronco sweatshirt. This is a officially licensed by Ford sweatshirt. Is an extra large. It feels like it's never been washed. Like, you know that feeling, like inside it is very, very soft. It feels like a modal almost. I don't see a, materials tag, but I will hopefully can list this for 25 to 30. It was $6.99. I picked up this Peter Millar polo shirt. I don't know if this is a vintage tag for Peter Millar. It does say large, made in Korea. It's in really nice condition. It's got a cute little polka dot print on it. So I usually get like 20-ish for the Peter Millars, and this one was, I want to say $5.99. No, $6.99. Easy lister, easy seller. Next thing I picked up was this dress, and I was on the fence about it. Like, if most people, you should, if you're a reseller, you probably know the brand Coogi or Coogi. I'm not sure exactly how you say it, but mostly it's known for like men's sweaters or those sweaters with those really wild patterns. But this is a dress. Was $6.99. It is a long dress, like a sweater dress. with long sleeves. It has that really beautiful pattern in it though. It's a size medium. It was, I think I said $6.99. I looked it up and they were kind of all over the place. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research on it, but it was worth picking it up for the $6.99 to take a risk and see what we can make out of it. And I will pop up a comp hopefully for you to see up here what it actually is coming in at. Next thing is something for me. We're actually going on vacation very, very soon. And so I picked up this really pretty long flowy like cover up for the beach for me. Oh, here's a hat for my kid. She wanted a hat. She's like, but what if it gets cold? Where is it gonna get cold? You live in Tennessee and it's about to be summer, dude. Psychopath. Next up is Bowden. This is the new Bowden tag, I believe. This is a 14 petite. I did not have a lot of luck selling Bowden the last time I had it. I may try this on myself and see how it works, but it was really cute, so I just went ahead and picked it up. It was $6.99, so I mean, you're not out a lot of money, but I figured I would give Bowden another try since other people seem to have so much luck with it. And then I picked up this dress. My brother is actually getting married this summer. It is a Banana Republic dress, but it's like a sleeveless architecture, like it's got nice lines on it. So for, let's see, $6.99, I figured I would pick it up and try it out, and if not, I will probably just sell it. But it was a nice length, a pretty color. So I went ahead and picked that up for my brother's wedding for me to wear. Then I found this Lovey, and it is brand new. It is from the brand Blankets and Beyond, and I have sold multiple Blankets and Beyond Loveys recently. Since this one was new and it was only $1.99, I decided to pick them up, and it's an adorable like little minky sheep. So that's cool. And then next thing is, this is the first time I've ever found this brand, and I did search through the rest of the store. I didn't see anything else from this brand, but this brand is Howler Bros. This is a very small size, so it's a size 28. It was $5.99. It is a pair of shorts, and they are gonna have to be run through the wash because there's a little spot right on here, but I have never found Howler Bros. I think their shirts do really well. I did look these up to make sure that I wasn't making a huge mistake, and it still seemed like their shorts were selling for about $25, so $5.99 into $25 is perfectly fine for me. And then I think the last, nope, I lied. I knew I was gonna do that. Did I break them? Did I break you? No, I didn't. Sweet, I didn't break it. The last thing clothing wise that was in here is this vintage Philadelphia 76ers jacket. It is wool. It is very heavy. It is high quality. At the bottom, it's got this blue like ring around the bottom that says Philadelphia 76ers. It's got this really nice leather collar. Let me see what the blend is here. It is 80% wool and nylon. The trim is genuine leather. It is a polyester fill though, because it's got this quilted liner. But it is pretty darn cool. I was like, for $6.99, yes please. I did look up some vintage Philly jackets, and they look like they are gonna sell from $40 to $50. So if I get in that range, I'll be happy. Obviously not the time to be picking up heavy jackets when it's about to be super warm outside, but you know, when you find something, that's actually the best time to be looking for those things is off season. So I will take it. I don't mind. All right. Next up is this adorable little ceramic cross. This is from Mexico. Really pretty redware. So that was 99 cents. Then I picked this up. It was also made in Mexico. I assume probably donated by the same person. This was $2.99. Little trinky dish. And then a really nice find that I think I did a short about or did call it out in the video is this set of 3 Williams-Sonoma pasta bowls. I will probably sell them individually. They were $1.99 a piece. I just thought they were too pretty to leave there. And in general, when you're buying dishware, you're looking for the pieces that are a little bit different, that maybe when somebody was buying their original pattern and things, that they did not pick up the pasta bowls or something like that. Like, I know personally, we only have 2 pasta bowls for our entire set of dishes that we've had for 20 years, and it would take quite a chunk of money to get some pasta bowls on there. But these were Williams-Sonoma. They are pasta bowls, like I said, $1.99 each. I looked them up. They are going to be a slow seller, but I believe that I should be able to get to 15 to 20 for each bowl. So therefore, it was worth it for me to go ahead and pick those up. So all in all, a pretty good haul for $162. And then, you know, between the 76ers jacket and the Doc Martens, I will pay for everything, including everything I bought for my kiddo and myself. So really great personal haul today with some stuff sprinkled in for reselling. And like I said, I will put some numbers up here on what we are reselling and kind of what we've got it listed for. So appreciate you coming by. If you're enjoying this kind of content, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know if you do the same kind of thing. Do you head out as a reseller? And the best part of it is sometimes finding things for your own family and for you. So let me know if that's the case for you, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.